And this, my friends, is how we don't die. Hey everyone, welcome back to Cool Bike Projects, and great to see you again. This week we're doing a review on an e-bike rack that was sent to me by a company called Outfitr. They reached out to me about a month ago and said, hey, we've got some new racks that have been updated, and we'd love to get your honest review on how this thing does on-road and off-road. I told them I'd be going down to the Canyonlands with some friends to go ride the White Rim Trail with e-bikes, and I said this would be a pretty good timing for this. So we'll be doing an honest review, how it holds up on-road and off-road, and hope you'll stick around to the end to see some really amazing photos and video of Canyonlands. While I was waiting for this bike rack to show up, I looked at a number of other reviews where people talked about the weight and the size and some of the previous issues they had seen with racks designed for e-bikes. Oftentimes when you bolt parts together, the more you have, the more slop that can develop inside of the rack. That was not true in this situation. I thought the manual was well constructed, good parts that were coated well. I believe this is all done with powder coating. But as beefy as this thing is, it can really handle the weight. I had 2 e-bikes on this for our Canyonlands trip, weighing approximately 110 pounds between the 2 bikes. There was very little wobble on some very bumpy, dusty roads. And I have to say overall, I'm really happy with this. As far as the build goes, you have approximately 15 bolts, including the locking threaded bolt for the hitch pin. There's also some locking nuts. These all appear to be galvanized and coated. I don't think there'll be any issues of this thing rusting in the future. It also comes with some handy straps that are ratcheting, that are also threaded and have Loctite on them. After assembling the rails, you'll notice that besides the large hoops designed for up to 4-inch size tires, there is a sliding wheel brace that has a quick release lever that goes up and down. I'll try to show a better shot of this later on. To attach the bikes themselves from a third point of contact, you have these 2 rising masts, each with their own adjustable set of grips. I like the way they constructed this. There's 2 plastic plates sandwiched together with the locking bolts. You'll have to spend some time deciding how tight you want these to go up and down, but the snugger they are, the less play you'll have. First attempt at going around the block and down the street and the highway, pretty successful. There's little to no wobble on any of the pivot points and virtually no road noise. Down here on the hitch, they've got the threaded locking bolt, which is common on higher end racks, and that makes such a big difference. I also know that they've upgraded the larger bolt back here. This is a big old 24mm head on both sides. And this oversized bolt seems to be making up quite a bit of difference. The release pin / cable over here moves 2 slots. Right there. And over there. So if there's any play that develops in this, it's going to be right here, not down in the hitch pin. Okay? So far, So good. I like it. One more thing before I forget. This attachment point here, this is rubberized on both the back side as well as this nice rubber strap right here. So I like this quite a bit. If you're concerned about a carbon fiber bike or some paint, you'd probably end up attaching this closer to the bottom of your dropper post if you have one of those. But yeah, this seems pretty solid. I'm impressed. Back in 2017, we did our first trip on the White Rim Trail, and we had a great time. Now, a little bit older and wiser, we decided to take our e-bikes. Tyler brought along his truck as our SAG vehicle. For those who are unfamiliar with that, this is the vehicle that carries all of your water and food for however many days it takes to do the trail. The White Rim is 85 miles one way, and up to 100 miles depending on where you start and where you finish. And we were going to be riding in temperatures of 102 on the first day and 107 on the second day. So having lots of water, Gatorade, and snacks was pretty important. If you've been following my channel for any length of time, you know that for me, going on some of these biking adventures is a big break that happens once or twice a year. It's not often that you have a group of friends like my high school buddies that are willing to go out and do crazy trips like this. But I believe it is important to get away. It gives you perspective on the world around you, gives you a good clarity of mind when you're thinking about some of the stresses that happen from day-to-day life. And I am grateful we have really cool places like the White Rim to go and explore. So you're probably asking, how did the rack do after a 1,000-mile road trip? And I have to tell you, it did amazing. Most of our travel was on highways and byways getting out to southern Utah, but we were on heavy dirt roads for a good 100 miles. Very little vibration came through that affected the bikes in any way. If anything, I ended up tightening one of the stabilizer bars. Two of my favorite things about the rack is how close it sits to the truck bed when it's collapsed, and also the ratchet straps. They really do hold really well, and if you happen to have a fat bike or something with a huge set of hoops, this will easily get over the tire and have plenty of room to hold on to it. Overall, it's a solid build. I would easily recommend this for your next bike rack if you're looking for something a little more heavy duty or to carry some odd sized bikes. Thanks for watching, everybody, and hope you have a great week.